New rules, new regulations, new contracts, basically the entire process of real estate has changed for 2025. Hi everyone, if we haven't met yet, I'm Troy Sage, local realtor, and I am dedicated to doing real estate differently. And in this video, I'm gonna break down what buyers and sellers need to know if they're thinking about buying or selling real estate in 2025. Let's dig in. According to the new rules and regulations, window shopping for buyers and visiting home after home is gonna change drastically. The reason for this is it is now required by law for buyers agents to sign a buyer broker compensation agreement with any buyers before they open the door of any home that's currently available for sale. Now, some of us that have been in the business for a while have always used this contract, but not necessarily the first time we open a door for someone. This new regulation is now making window shopping more internet-based instead of driving around town with a real estate agent to actually physically go inside a home to see what it's truly like, as opposed to possibly the pictures that you're seeing online. Now, I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the buyer broker compensation agreement further in this video, but before I do so, let's talk about sellers. Here's what's changed for sellers in 2025. The new rules and regulations state that a seller does not have to offer a buyer's agent commission. Now, honestly, this hasn't ever really changed, but with all the attention on the latest settlement, it is now kind of a buzzword or a buzz phrase that sellers want to talk about with their listing agent. It is now in the contract that they can choose to pay a buyer's agent commission, not pay a buyer's agent commission, or quite honestly, kind of make it negotiable. Here's the biggest thing that I want sellers to think about. Number one, your competition or one of your competitors is new construction, and builders are always offering some type of compensation to a buyer's agent. And some builders actually pay more than 3% for buyer's agents to bring buyers to their community. So if this is your competition, and for the past 50 plus years, sellers have been paying buyer's agent commissions, why would you not offer a buyer's agent commission? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In addition to this, the fact that the agent's commission can't be advertised anywhere is not necessarily a good thing for real estate in general, but that is a topic for another video. Contracts have drastically changed in 2025. Let's start with buyers. First off, as mentioned earlier, buyers are going to be required. It's not a suggestion. They're going to be required by law to sign a buyer broker compensation agreement with an agent that is actually physically showing them homes. Now, this might sound like bad news, but it's actually good news for buyers because you are going to be able to interview agents, understand exactly what the agent's responsibility is, what the agent charges, and how the agent is going to represent you. I would highly suggest as a buyer that you interview agents and be on the same page with the agent. For sellers, the listing agreement is also changing, and something that you need to be aware of is whether or not you're willing to offer compensation up front, or you want to make it completely and totally negotiable at the time that an offer is written. Now, keep in mind that your competitor is new construction and builders, and they're paying a commission, and for the past 50 plus years, commissions have been paid out to buyers agents for bringing a buyer to their property. The key things to look for is, number one, do you want to offer a certain percentage or dollar amount up front, or do you want to make it completely negotiable depending on the terms and conditions of the purchase agreement that's presented to you? An additional change in Texas is we've had the T47 document, which is an affidavit stating that as a seller, you are verifying the survey that you have in hand has not changed, meaning that you have not built any new structures or changed any fence lines. We've added a new document here in Texas called the T47 1, which is a declaration that doesn't need to be notarized. The difference between the two is a declaration does not need to be notarized. It's the same information being sent to a buyer, but the T47 is an affidavit that needs to be notarized. Now, side note to this, if you sign the declaration, more times than not, you're going to be required to sign the affidavit at time of closing as long as the title company accepts your survey. If you have any questions on surveys and T47, leave a comment below or reach reach out to me direct. I'll be happy to explain that to you in great detail. Let's talk about how all of these changes are changing the process of real estate, both buying and selling in 2025. As discussed, buyers are going to have to sign a buyer-broker agreement, which means as a buyer, you're probably going to do a lot of your window shopping on the internet. One thing of caution I would tell you is that third-party websites like Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, their data is not 100% accurate and it's not 100% up to date by the minute. Your best source of local information is to reach out to a local realtor that has direct access to the MLS and a title company so they can give you the best information before you make a decision on purchasing any home in any area. One of the biggest changes for sellers in the process is the actual commission to buyers agents. It can no longer be advertised in the multiple listing service, which means it's not advertised anywhere and cannot be advertised anywhere connected to your listing that's currently on the multiple listing service. Good, bad, or indifferent? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, what's changed is that on the purchase contract for sellers, make sure you're working with an agent that is explaining all the fees, their fees, the buyer fees, what the buyer's asking for, and title fees, and any type of closing costs so you know what your estimated net is before you sign anything in regards to selling your property. With all of this being said, it is so important to have a solid game plan when buying or selling real estate. This is one of the largest investments people will make with the swipe of one pin in their lifetime. So please make sure if you're buying or selling, you understand the entire process and you're comfortable with whomever you're working with. Real estate is not like any other large purchase. This is an actual tangible investment that you get to use and you have to live somewhere. So why not pay yourself by owning a property and actually get appreciation? Listen, if you like this video, do me a favor, click the like button. That helps me an awful lot. And if you want to stay current on everything real estate in the North Dallas, Texas area, click subscribe and the bell and you'll be alerted every time I upload another video or check out some of these videos.